Kia ora, and welcome to Wednesday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect Aotearoa. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz, and today we lead with news. Markets now universally expect the American Central Bank to cut rates tomorrow by 25 basis points. But today, the overnight dairy auction brought a much better result than expected, with the declines for both whole milk powder and skim milk powder nowhere near as sharp as indicated by earlier derivatives pricing. That will very much ease the pressure on any farm gate payout forecasts. The details, though, are interesting. There was notably softer demand from China for whole milk powder, but that was countered by stronger Southeast Asian demand. Cheddar cheese prices rose because of some unexpected demand from North America, but mozzarella prices dived 9.6% on weak Chinese demand. Overall prices slipped just 0.8% in US dollars, but were down a sharpish 2.9% in New Zealand dollars as the greenback took a tumble overnight. Meanwhile, US retail sales rose in August and by a little more than expected. They're up 5% after a 4.1% rise in July. But this data is not inflation adjusted in the way that other countries report. We'll have to wait for sales volume data later in the month. And US industrial production rose in August too, but only up 0.1% from the prior month and only after a 0.4% revised fall for July. Year on year, it's up 0.9%, about average for 2025, but hardly evidence of manufacturing reshoring. And home builder sentiment in the US was flat in August, as reported by the NAHB survey. It is remaining at very low levels that we've seen since May, and very much lower than this time last year. They're pinning their hopes on the Fed rate cuts delivered to change the outlook. And staying in the US, crypto giant Binance looks like its lobbying and support of Trump will see the US Justice Department drop a key oversight requirement in its $4.3 billion settlement of allegations that it didn't do enough to prevent money laundering. So, pay the money, get no oversight, and go back to enabling money laundering, a real Trump-type deal. Meanwhile, Canadian CPI inflation rose from 1.7% in July to 1.9% in August, a lesser rise than was expected. And there was a rather sharp fall in housing starts in Canada in August, down 16% from July. But they're still 10% higher than year-ago levels. A rate cut is coming in Canada tomorrow too. In China, there are some signs that Beijing's stimulus could be working. Steel output not only stopped falling, it actually picked up in the first 2 weeks of September, defying downbeat expectations. And iron ore prices rose too recently. In the EU, industrial production rose, and by more than anticipated in July, although the expectations there aren't high. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.03%, down 1 basis point from yesterday at this time. And the price of gold will start today at $3,686 an ounce, up $7 from yesterday. And American oil prices are up $1, just over $64.50 a barrel, while the international Brent price is firmish at just over $68.50 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is now just on 59.9 US cents, up 20 basis points from yesterday. Against the Aussie, we're up 10 basis points at 89.6 Australian cents, but against the euro, we're down 20 basis points at 50.5 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just over 66.7 and little change from yesterday. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $116,480 and up 1.3% from this time yesterday. Volatility of the past 24 hours has again been low at just under plus or minus 0.8%. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.